What's going on, guys? This is Joe, and I am back, and I say back, I mean for the first time, with a Rivals of Ixalan draft. It's my first time doing a draft. I did a bunch of pre-release stuff. I do like the Vampire Tribe. It is a 2-drop. It's early. That's nice. Sadistic Sky Marcher is a big game. I like this card a lot. Dusk Legion Zealot, also a great card. Dinosaur Hunter's okay. Divine Verdict as removal is nice. I don't hate the Pirate Tribe, although we have better options than committing to 2 colors with our first pick. I think I'm going to take the Paladin, because I think that the Sadistic Sky Marcher, Dinosaur Hunter, and Dusk Legion Zealot kind of all pull in that direction, whereas only really Divine Verdict. I don't think Snubhorn Sentry is good enough. Riverwise Augur and Spirewinder are also good cards, but I think I'm going to go with the Paladin, the rare. If we don't see more white, I'll move away from it. That's just how life works in draft, but I like the card enough. I definitely like the Vampire deck enough. We will see if we get hooked up enough in that deck. Brass's Bounty is definitely not what I want to be doing. Forerunner of the Empire is cool, but I think I'm more impressed with things like Moment of Triumph, Sun-Crested Pterodon, Raptor Companion. This pack feels a little underpowered to me. Obviously, there's a gold card here, and like I said, the Forerunner is not bad, but it kind of commits us in one direction. I might just go with the Moment of Triumph here. I feel like that's a bad pickup this early. We might just go for maybe Voracious Vampire as well. Yeah, I think Voracious Vampire is okay here. It does commit us to a second color, but again, we can abandon either of these colors. Moment of Triumph will likely come back a little bit later, although, like I said, I don't think this pack is very heavily powered, but I'm going to take the Voracious Vampire here. Brass's Bounty, like we saw, is definitely not something I want to be doing. Admiral's Orders isn't terrible, but it's not what I want. I'm not a huge counterspell guy. There's another Dusk Legion Zealot. There's a Martyr of Dusk and a Majestic Heliopterus. It does have to target another dinosaur, and it's a 4-drop as opposed to the Zealot or the Martyr. I think I'm going to go with the Martyr. I like the Martyr a lot. I'm usually more interested in this format in rares and uncommons, but so far these commons have been pretty tempting, so I think I'm going to go with the Martyr of Dusk. Like I said, Zealot would be a fine pickup too. I like the Dusk Legion Zealot a lot, but I think in this case, a 2-drop, 2-powered creature that makes a 1/1 vampire with lifelink is a big game. So let's see. Forerunner of the Coalition is not totally something we're looking for. You get to search for a pirate, which is cool, and we can drain our opponents with more pirates while this is on the field. That's cool. Hunt the Weak is good, but not for us. Squire's Devotion was good in Sealed. I think the card is super powerful, and the fact that it leaves you with a vampire token, I'm curious to try it in draft, because I think it could get there. I think, again, it's an aura. People aren't necessarily super happy with auras because your opponent can bounce the creature or they can kill the creature in response, and then you get 2 for 1. But this is a very powerful aura. So I think I'm going to go with that over the Forerunner just because we don't know if we're going to get pirates, whereas this works on anybody. Okay. Ooh, Vampire Revenant is great. I was going to say that this pack seemed a little dry, but, and then there was some green and some black, but Vampire Revenant is great. We already have 3 white cards and 1 black card, but this is a vampire, right? It doesn't look like it, but it totally is. It's a 3/1. Having more than one of these is huge because they're going to try to get rid of them, they being our opponents, very quickly. So I'm going to try to use this Vampire Revenant. Okay, well, we move a little bit into pirates here with either of these 2 picks. but I think I'm okay with that. I think I'll go with the Scoundrel first as opposed to the Border, because the Border really wants us to have pirates, whereas we don't know if we're going to yet. I like the Border a lot, but I think Grasping Scoundrel is also just fine. Play it on turn 1, hope they don't have a turn 1, and just get in for 2 and maybe 2 after that as well, who knows. And then aggressively trade off in combat, which would be nice. Sun-Crested Pterodon, again, is a fine card, but it's 5 mana. I'd rather take a 1-drop in a faster, more aggressive format like this. Okay. Sun Sentinel, Dusk Charger, Canal Monitor, Evolving Wilds, Gleaming Barrier. None of these are great. Spirewinder is a great card. I like this card a lot. It's a 4-mana 2/3 flyer. If you have Ascend, it's a 4-mana 3/4 flyer. I think I like Sun in our colors, moving away from Spirewinder. In our colors, I like Sun Sentinel better than Dusk Charger, and I like them both better than Canal Monitor. So I think I'll take the Sun Sentinel. There wasn't much in that pack, despite the fact that, taking a Sun Sentinel doesn't feel amazing. Gruesome Fate is a nice thing. If we're making a bunch of vampire tokens, getting a bunch of little drops, low drops, little dudes out on the field, Gruesome Fate is a card that could actually, if we're stalled towards the end where our opponent has actually put up a good enough defense, if we've gotten them low enough, Gruesome Fate can just end it immediately. And I think it's better for us than a Dinosaur Hunter. I think we'll see another one of these later on, but I think Gruesome Fate is good. There's a Zealot. The Deadeye Brawler comes back. That's relevant to be aware of, but the Zealot came back too, and I don't know why, because I love this guy. So I'm going to happily take that Zealot. Canal Monitor or a Raska Relic? I think I'm going to take the Relic. I don't know that I play it. I think we want to be faster than that, but if we notice the game is going slow, this card's great. This, I guess, as a top end, it's just a 5/3 vanilla. I'll take the Relic. We might see more monitors later. I'll take a Dark Inquiry. I don't think I'm going to play it, but I'll keep it in the sideboard just in case. Same with Recover. Sure, I'll take a Jungle Creeper. It's in one of our 2 colors. I don't think I splash green, but if we open a bomb green card, it's definitely a consideration. Okay. All right, pack 2. Same set. What do you got for us? Something good in our colors would be awesome, of course. Maybe some more rares and uncommons, a mythic, dare I say it, because we're working on commons here and they're fine cards, but nope. No such luck. Wow, this pack is really bad. Okay. Luminous Bonds is not a bad pickup. I'm not upset about a Luminous Bonds. Otherwise, the only thing in our colors is Dark Inquiry or Snubhorn Sentry, but Luminous Bonds is a great card. But this card's good, this card's good, this card's good, this card's good, but not for us. But yeah, I'll happily take this Luminous Bonds. This is a great removal spell. It only removes it from combat, right? If it's got activated abilities or static abilities or something like that, those can still be utilized, which is a shame. You do have to be a little bit more particular about it, but with big, dumb, tramply, indestructible dinos with flying and other nonsense on the field, Luminous Bonds is going to be a good card for us. And even if it's not big, scary dinos, even if it's just like a Vampire Revenant that's a 3/1 flyer that we can't deal with any other way, Luminous Bonds is a fine way to get rid of this. So there you go. Easy enough pickup for us, which is why we're waiting for pick 2 here. Okay, so there's Pitiless Plunderer or Pride of Conquerors. I'm actually fine with either, to be completely honest. I think pumping a bunch of our 1/1 vampire tokens and making them either 2/2s or 3/3s that then gain us that much life is great. I think Pitiless Plunderer, if those tokens end up dying, then we get treasure, is also good. But I think the Pride of Conquerors is better just because with this, we're getting treasure to cast what? We don't have any high-end stuff, and that's more what treasure wants us to be doing. Otherwise, we just empty our hand that much sooner, and give our opponent more of an opportunity to wipe us out. So I'll take the Pride of Conquerors here. If the Pitiless Plunderer comes back, I'll definitely take it, though. Famished Paladin is a thing. We could gain some life. There's another Squire's Devotion, which might come back. Or there's a 2/3 Flying Vampire for 3. I'm not super confident on all the life that we're going to gain, right? We get vampire tokens here and give something lifelink. No. Martyr of Dusk will give us something with lifelink, but I think the flyer is better here than the Famished Paladin. I'm hoping that Squire's Devotion or Famished Paladin comes back, but I'm going to take this 3-drop. It is a vampire for things that care about that. Here's another Vampire Revenant. I'll take that happily. Being aware of the fact that there are pingers in the format, it's not something I'm unaware of, because, you know, there are things that people want to use to turn on Enrage on their dinos. But still, I think Vampire Revenant is good enough where even if it gets in for 3, 6, 9 points of damage, and with 2 of them, it might just do that, that could be a big game in and of itself. And having the more flyers, the better, because if they're trading off their flyers with the Revenants or with the Exultant Sky Marcher, they might run out of flyers before we do. Here's another Jungle Creeper, but I think Gruesome Fate or Raptor Companion is better for us here. Because, again, I'd rather not have to splash green for this if we don't have to. I don't think it's that powerful. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's powerful enough to try to splash a separate color for just 2 of that card. It's like I said, it's either Gruesome Fate or Raptor Companion. Maybe it's just Gruesome Fate. If the Companion comes back, obviously I'll take it, but I'd rather go for the Gruesome Fate here. I think we need some non-creature ways to deal with stuff. Oh, we are definitely sticking to this curve, though. Arterial Flow is great. I would also be happy with this Grasping Scoundrel, but I think Arterial Flow will be nice. I think it is very likely that we will have a vampire for this card, and making them discard 2 cards is good, but I'd much rather also have the added effect of them losing 2 life and us gaining 2 life. It just makes the card that much better, and one that for that reason I'm more willing to play. Usually solitary discard effects are not something that I care about, but when coupled, I think that's great. I think I'm going to go with this Oathsworn Vampire. I actually don't know what to think about it. Like I said, this is my first Rivals of Ixalan draft, so if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I think I'll take it over the Martyr of... is the Martyr better? The Martyr might be better, but it's definitely better than a 3rd Gruesome Fate, but maybe it's not better than a 2nd Martyr of Dusk. If this Martyr wasn't here, I would go in on the Oathsworn, but because I'm not sure about this guy, but I am sure about the Martyr, I'm going to take it. There's a Moment of Triumph or a 3rd Vampire Revenant. I think it'll be nice to have a combat trick and one that gains us life, because there are cards that care about us gaining life. This is interesting that it's still here. This card seems great, but not in our colors, not today. Moment of Triumph it is. Wow, the Forerunner of the Heralds came back? That seems crazy. And the Jungleborn Pioneer. I guess nobody's in Merfolk. What do we take here? Is it another Dark Inquiry? I'd really rather not, but it's either Gleaming Barrier or the Relic. I guess if we end up having to be defensive, having a Gleaming Barrier is not terrible. I'm not happy about it, but it's not terrible. The Plunderer came back. Surprising, but sure. All right, between the Pterodon and the Devotion, I think I'll take a 2nd Devotion. I don't know that I want more than 2, but 2 is fine. Speaking of things that I don't want more than 2 of, here's another Araska Relic. Wow. Ugh. What do we take here? It's got to be the Harness, right? It's the only thing we can play. I really don't want to splash green, so... Despite that... Okay. All right, Ixalan pack. Ixalan had some good vampire synergies, So hopefully we get some good stuff there to help us out. Plus, there's good removal, contract killing, vanquish the weak. There is the pacifism effect as well. That's what, 3 or 4 mana? I think it's 4 mana to go along with our luminous bonds. That would be nice also. Let's see what the pack has for us. Not too much. I guess there's a Legion's Judgment. There's a Mark of the Vampire. If we want to go with, you know, more Squire's Devotion type effects. It feels bad taking so many auras. If we come across a blue bounce deck, like a Merfolk deck with bounce spells, that feels really bad. But Legion's Judgment is not always going to have a target. So I feel like Mark of the Vampire goes in the main deck, whereas Legion's Judgment goes in the sideboard. But there's also a Cutthroat. And with a bunch of 1/1s with lifelink, our opponent may just think we're attacking to try to gain some life, and then we can get them with the Cutthroat after the fact. So maybe we go with the Cutthroat here, hoping for one of these two to wheel, because I think it's definitely a strong possibility. But I think the Cutthroat, I don't think the Cutthroat would, and I'd like the Cutthroat. I think it's a 4-mana 3/3 in and of itself wouldn't be terrible, but the fact that it has this added effect of being able to kill something after it's taken incidental damage from maybe some of our little tokens, this will be nice. And the cool thing is, if we're heavily in these two colors, we might actually get hooked up. What did I say? Look at all these great options for us. I think it's going to be Anointed Deacon in this one, although I love me a Bishop Soldier and a Paladin of the Bloodstained. I think having a higher drop that really heavily affects the board the turn it comes out is going to be nice. So I'm going to take this Anointed Deacon. There's a Kite Sail Freebooter, but there's also a Queen's Commission and a Queen's Agent. These are tough choices. I think I'm going to go with the Commission, to be honest. Obviously, our 3-drop slot is insane right now, and a 6-drop wouldn't be terrible, but I like the little tokens. I think it's important. Let's go for it. I'm assuming we're going to see a number of these Queen's Agents. That just kind of seems to be what happens in this format. Although by this format, I mean Ixalan Draft. That's where I've seen it a lot. I don't know about Rivals, but I assume that we'll see a bunch of Queen's Agents going kind of late because they are expensive. And yeah, I mean, it's a 3/3 or a 4/4 with lifelink, which is good, but I'd rather have 2 1/1s with lifelink for half the cost. At least for now. Yeah, here's a Walk the Plank, another Anointed Deacon, another Mark of the Vampire. I'm going to take Walk the Plank. I think it's a great card. There's also Rallying Roar, which is not... that is not a bad pickup. I think we're pretty light on removal right now. What do we have? We have the Cutthroat, which is incidental. We have the Luminous Bonds. Yeah, I think it's definitely got to be Walk the Plank for us here. Destroy target creature is great. It has to be a non-Merfolk, so if we're in the Merfolk deck, we board this out, but still, I like it, and we still have the possibility of something wheeling out of here for us. Even if it's as, little as a Heartstopper. All right, so there's a Chupacabra, which is not the Chupacabra we want. A Hoarder, which is not bad, but a Paladin of the Bloodstained is much better. Slash of Talons is totally a thing, but I'd rather a Paladin, so I'm going to take the Paladin of the Bloodstained here. Kind of easy. Okay, there's an Arguel's Bloodfast. It's foil, which is cool. I don't think that we would be able to heavily benefit off of the transformed side, but the paying life and drawing cards, if we're going to be gaining a bunch of life, is kind of huge. Plus, the other options are March of the Drowned or Demystify. So I think I'm going to take this foil Bloodfast. It doesn't look like foils don't look as good on Magic Online. That's just life. Hello, Bishop of the Bloodstained. Thank you. Happily take it. Deadeye Tormentor would be a fine pickup too, but it's definitely the Bishop here. No question. That's another 5-drop that I'm more than happy to have. This is great. And an Anointed Deacon too? Sure. Sure. Mark of the Vampire comes back. Better than Ritual. Take that happily. We got some cuts to make. That's for sure. Another Paladin. Yes, please. And a Queen's Agent. Okay, so we didn't see a bunch of them, but we've got one. That's good. Our high end definitely filled itself in this pack with 4 cards at 5 or higher. But what do we take out? Maybe the Plunderer for now. We have 2 Paladins. That's good. 2 Gruesome Fates might be a lot. Holy crap. A 3rd Deacon or a Heartstopper? It might just be the 3rd Deacon, right? Heartstopper's good. That's actually a really tough choice. I think with 2 Deacons and 3 5-drops, I'm going to take the Heartstopper. Neither of these. I'll take the Duress and put it with the Dark Inquiry. We were definitely in the right colors. We definitely got hooked up big time. So that's good. All right. Time to build this deck. We need 6 cuts. That's interesting. Sure, a mountain. Lovely. All right. So we need 6 cuts. We've got 11 non-creatures and 18 creatures. Let's group those separately. Okay. Maybe we take out the Bloodfast. I don't know how much life we're going to be gaining, but if it's not enough, then this card is just a dead card for us. So I'm going to get rid of it for now. I also don't know how good these auras are going to be. So maybe we take out 1 Squire's Devotion. If we find that they're good, we'll put them back in. But we already have a Mark of the Vampire and a Squire's Devotion. So I don't want too many duplicative things if we're going to be coming across, like I said, a bounce deck or something that has instant speed burn or kill spells that makes us get 2 for 1, because that's a big problem. Martyrs of Dusk are good. Sun Sentinel probably can come out. If we got to make cuts anyway. If we need to be faster, we can put it back in. But I think for now, that's pretty good. We've obviously got, 3 more to make, but... Okay, I had to cut it there because I was making tough choices, but I will let you know what my decisions were. I haven't changed anything since what you guys last saw. I'm going to go with 16 land, and I'm going to see if that's the wrong choice. I know we've got 3 5s and a 6 like we talked about, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from down here. I'm going to cut this Gruesome Fate, and I'm going to cut this Mark of the Vampire. Like I said, I'm a little nervous about the auras, so I'm going to cut the Mark of the Vampire because it's more expensive and it doesn't leave a body behind like Squire's Devotion does. If I find that these are really good and that's what's getting our opponent, we have another Squire's Devotion and the Mark of the Vampire that we can put in. As for the loss of life from Gruesome Fates, we'll have to see. If it's a deck that we're coming across that there's a board stall of some kind, then we'll worry about it from there. Let's see what they suggest. 9 and 7. At that point, just go 8 and 8. I think it's easier. Add it to the deck. That's our 40 cards. Yeah, like I said, if we're coming across a deck where they've stalled us out, we can't get in with our little guys anymore, we can't go in over the top, they have a bunch of dinos and things that fly and whatnot, Gruesome Fate can come in out of the board to deal those last however many points of damage / loss of life. But I'm going to save this deck, and you guys will see round 1 in just a second. All right, guys, it's my first Rivals of Ixalan draft. Like I said, let's see if this deck is as good as I feel it is, because I think it's pretty cool. Hey, look, we're facing Hazaret, and we're Gideon. We know how that turned out. Okay, we've got 3 land. Sure, I can keep this hand. 1 more gets us Revenant, 2 more gets us Deacon, and it doesn't matter what colors they are. So yeah, this is good. And we get a Grasping Scoundrel out nice and early. That's cool. So sure, let's do that. Hopefully they're a little bit slower to start and we can actually get in. Hey, I was right. Okay, well, let's do that first then, shall we? No turn 2 play, which kind of sucks, but that's life. but we'll make sure to put down our land and then pass. They're white-red. Okay. So Dinos, Sky Terror maybe? Sun Sentinel. That's a thing. I would probably attack into it at this point. Let's see what they do. No blocks happen. Cool. All right, let's play a land. We did get a 4th land, so we'll have Revenant next turn. Queen's Commission. And that's going to be it. I don't know that I trade these 2 for this. I think we just leave them and we take 2 if they attack. Emissary of Sunrise. So it's either a 2-1 with first strike or a 3-2 with first strike. Let's see what they get. A mountain. So not a first striker. Or not a 3-power first striker. They don't attack. Nice. Okay. So we can Vampire Revenant this turn and hopefully Deacon next turn to beef up the Revenant and attack in for a lot. This has first strike, so we can't attack with anything right now. But that's fine. Let's play this Revenant and just pass. Without this is a great card, by the way. Even though it's not in a tribe specifically, it's still a really good card. Let's see if they attack. They do. Like I said, I still don't block. We've got this Anointed Deacon, which is going to be great for us. As long as they don't have a way to deal with this flyer. They seemingly do not. They have a Legion Conquistador, which they use to get a Legion Conquistador. And we drew another Deacon. This could be awesome for us. Very, very nice. All right, so we will play it. There's what? Slash of Talons, I guess they could have for a white. I love that they give me the option to choose their Conquistador. I'm clearly going to choose my flyer. Yes. All right. So then we attack with just this guy. Next turn, we can attack with the Deacon as well. Or we could just make our flyer huge and attack them for 7 next turn in the air. I mean, that's our turn. I don't know what else we could be doing. Vampire Revenant is good, man. I like it a lot. Okay, 3 mana for the Squire's Devotion. So now it's a 3/3 lifelink. Do we just... I mean, they're going to gain 3 life either way, but we want to prevent them from gaining that life forever? That's a difficult choice. I think I'm going to take it this time instead of trading off all of our stuff for it. So we go to 15, they go to 14, but we're going to be hitting them for 7, hopefully, next turn. Oh, nope, they mutinied. Okay. All right, well, we're drawing land now, which kind of sucks, but we still have this other Deacon, which they're probably going to be upset about. So they were very happy and willing to get rid of the other one. So here's this one. Oh, yes. We're going to pick this guy, and then we're going to say always yield and always yes. Yes. And then we attack. Can't attack with the Deacon because we just played it. So Mutiny is a great card. I love Mutiny a lot. And that's our turn. Hopefully we draw something that's not a land next turn. That'd be cool. We've only had 4 spells this whole game. 5 spells. Okay, so they're going to combat. I think this time we trade if they're attacking here. I think we kind of have to. Okay, so I think what we do is put... I mean, I guess if they have a combat trick, we're just screwed, right? So maybe we just put the Scoundrel in front, but then we can't aggressively trade off later. The problem is if we put all 3 of these there and they have a combat trick in either of these colors or a burn spell, we just get blown out. So I think we have to just chump and hope that we draw something. So sure, I'll chump right there. They gain 3 life still. And they play the other Legion Conquistador. That's fine. No other one enters the revealed card zone, so that's cool. Of course, we drew another land. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Joe Loves Drawing Land in Draft. That's kind of my MO here. It's what we do. It's what we try to do because I love it so much. If you don't get that that's sarcasm, once again, welcome to the channel. Yes, I would love to use Anointed Deacon's ability. Let's attack for 5. If they're gaining... Yeah, see, I knew there was a Slash of Talons in there somewhere. So that's fine. That happens. If we weren't drawing land, we'd have a follow-up. But instead, our follow-up is this swamp. And us passing our turn. Now I get to chump with one of our lifelinkers, so we gain 1 while they gain 3. So we go to 16 and they go to 15. And they play a Direfleet Daredevil, stealing our Queen's Commission, because it's the only... Yeah, it's the only choice for them, but they have the mana, so there you go. They get 2/1/1 vampires that they can play They can play the card to get it right now. Nice. Direfleet Daredevil, also a good card. What did I say about me drawing land? Did I mention that? Welcome to Joe Draws Land in Draft. It's like my thing. I should, write a book. All right, so the question is, we can't attack with this because it would just get blocked by the first striker and immediately die. Sure, I'll use the ability. I just don't know if I'm going to attack with him. Yeah, I guess I do. I mean, they're gaining life with this guy. This is the only single block that they could do to actually kill him. Otherwise, they could just block with one of the life linkers and gain a life. Oh, they both have first strike. Holy crap. Jesus. Okay, well, I mean, the first strikers are going to deal first strike damage, so it really doesn't matter, right? I'm just going to go like that anyway, and he'll just die. That's a lot of blockers, though. Thankfully, the lifelinkers don't gain him life or her life. Sure. That's my turn. And we put in 16 land. Can we talk about this? 16 land is in my deck. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you? I'll block the biggest one, which is here. Whoops. There we go. Sure. Ugh. What do we draw? Hey, a card. Let's play a land. Do we just... If we play this, we have 2 blockers. We can block here and take 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, gaining 1. So yeah, let's concede. Don't show them any more of our deck. And hope that our 16 land doesn't draw us more than half of them next game. All right, what can we put in, if anything? They had removal. They had Slash of Talons and things like that, but we didn't have a ton of stuff for Gruesome Fate. They were gaining life too. We didn't gain a lot of life, so Arguel's Bloodfast isn't really a thing. This is the kind of situation where I want to just run it back and see if we can actually get cards out of our deck that aren't land over and over again. Although now that I say that, it's totally possible for us to just get nothing or, no land over and over again. So we have 1 of each color now with the ability to cast literally nothing and like awkward double casting Walk the Plank, Exultant Sky Marcher, and Arterial Flow. So I think this one's a mulligan. Ugh. Not happy about mulliganing here. They went to 6 also. That's reassuring. Although again, 2 mono black drops and 2 planes. And we're on the play. This is like a super loose keep because we can't play anything. Do we go to 5? I guess we go to 5. They went to 6. Oh my God. Fine, I'm keeping this one now. What a pile of trash. Bottom, I guess, because we need a black mana. Otherwise, this hand does nothing. So drawing a plains does nothing for us. Cool, plains, pass. Not a fun way to lose a game of Magic. Or a match of Magic. Yeah, cool, done, next. Yep. Can't even play that. That sucks. That's rough, right? I'm like, I get a little salty, but I'm not like, oh, this game sucks or our opponent sucks or whatever. This is just life sometimes. Yep. This is what our deck is doing, and that is our life. I don't even know out of our 7 or out of our 6 which was better for us to keep. Land? Not a land. Gotta discard something. It's gonna be this Queen's Agent because we're nowhere near it ever. Cleanup step. Queen's Agent. Pass. Sure. They're not playing anything either because they don't have to. What do we even get rid of here? This bishop? I guess. We're nowhere near that either. They're just slowly going to kill us with this Sun Sentinel. Okay. Now they're playing more things. Hey, we drew a land. So I guess we just play the Martyr so that if we have to block, we can get a 1/1 out of the deal. They could also just kill it somehow with all of their mana. Okay. Sure. Luminous Bonds. Okay, well, we didn't draw a 3rd land to be able to play that Queen's Commission with, but we do have another Martyr of Dusk. No, pass. Of course. Okay, well, we're at 2. And we just get a Queen's Commission out. And that's our turn. We still... Well, no, we don't lose. We can chump well, chump the... Okay. Sure. So they just win. Oh well, that, like I said, that's a crappy way to lose, but let's go to round 2 and see what we can get. See what we end up with. Sure. All right. Yeah, like I said, I'll be back with round 2 in just a second. Okay. Well, that was a wash. Let's see if this round is any better. 1 black, 1 white, a 1 drop, a 2 drop, a 2 drop, a 1. Yeah, this is amazing. Where was this last game? Fantastic. Love the Ugin avatar. That's sweet. All right, let's play a Heartstopper and pass. Okay, well, we have... I guess we attack, right? Why not? I think we do the Paladin first before the Martyr. It's a rare. It becomes a target. That's fine. But we have the Paladin. It's our pack 1, pick 1. They have a stop on their upkeep for some reason. Okay. Black-red. That's aggressive pirates usually. Okay. They have a Stormfleet Swashbuckler, which will have double strike if they have the City's Blessing, but they're not even close to that yet, which is good. I'm going to go to combat, and if we have, you know, the opportunity to use Moment of Triumph on this guy, I'll be happy about that. Sure. I'll attack. Otherwise, if they just take it all, we play the other Martyr, and that'll be cool. I was going to say, I clearly have something. I'm clearly representing something. But if they're just going to take it, I'm more than happy with them taking it, and I'll play the Martyr afterwards. Sure. I'll just be as aggressive as possible. I'm more than happy to aggressively trade this off. Again, even if there's a threat of a combat trick or a burn spell or something, doesn't matter. There's Sure Strike and stuff like that, but I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I'll block. I'll make them have it. Skullduggery is fine. It does kill our Paladin, which sucks. We do gain a life, but totally not worth it. But that's fine. We also get a 1/1 vampire with lifelink. So there you go. Land? Maybe. Yeah, they have a stop on upkeeps. I don't know why. All right. So we can attack in... There's actually... We could just wait. If we get another land, we get Vampire Revenant, which is sweet. I think we just pass here, and if they attack, we have Moment of Triumph as backup. Because I don't think we need to attack here. And if they don't attack, that's fine too. If we don't draw the land, we'll see what we draw, if we can play it for 3 or whatnot. But they have... They had something. Oh, it's the Headstrong Brute. Okay. Well, it can't... It has Menace as long as you control another pirate, which they do. But we got a 4th land. So... Let's play the Revenant. And then just not attack. Again. Because now we can't have any tricks. They're tapped out, so at least they have nothing for now. But, yeah. Okay, so their 3/3 has Menace, and then there's their 2/2. I think it all comes in. I take 5 here, which sucks, but I think we're going to be okay going through here as well. Moment of Triumph gains us life. We don't have a send yet. Squire's Devotion. Oh my god, on this guy? With a Moment of Triumph as backup? That seems really good. and they're tapped out. So yeah, let's do that. That's a really cool move. I like that. All right, let's go to combat and attack with a 4/2 lifelink flyer. If they make us use, oh man, if they make us use Moment of Triumph, which they just did, then we gain 6 life here. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, that's definitely my turn. See if they swing out here again. Nope, just the menace guy. I'll take 3. Go to 19. Not a problem at all. It can't block anyway, so I guess they figure why not. They have their own Vampire Revenant. Nice. Land for the bishop. Nope, Voracious Vampire. So we can give this guy another +1/+1 and give it Menace with this. That's great. That is so cool. And we can leave up a black for the Heartstopper's Death Touch. Ooh, very, very, very good. Very nice. Menace lifelink flying. Why not? And now if we play this, we will have the City's Blessing unless they can get rid of something on our field, which is also an option. Okay. So the question is, I think we just block with both of these. I'll gain a life and we can give this Death Touch. So sure, let's do that. Block here. Block here. And then say okay. Pay a black, give it Death Touch. And that's all we needed. We'll gain a life as well. Sweet. I like it. They didn't attack with their flyer. They get a treasure. That's fine. Okay. So, relevantly, we were just talking about it. We don't have Ascend anymore. But I think we can draw a land here. Really wish they didn't have this stop on upkeep. That's annoying. Or that if they did, that they'd click through it a little bit faster. Yep. Okay, so we have a land. If we play this, they lose 3 life. That's cool. I won't be attacking with this guy, but I can attack with this 2/2. Because no matter what, I'll take out one of these creatures if they block. Sweet. Bishop of the Bloodstained. They go to 9. Then we attack with our Menace guy. Sure. Clearly kill the 2/2. Worth it. If we draw a permanent and it costs, and if it's not a land, it can cost 3 or less, then we'll be able to use this for +2/+2. That'll be sweet. Just attack with everybody and pump them twice. 1 damage to each opponent. And if they cast a pirate spell, untap it. Sure, and it's an 0/5, so it can stop our 3/3, but not if we give it +2/+2. Let's see if and how they attack. They don't. Cool. Land? Or like low drop creature? Stop on upkeep, apparently. Land. Okay. So we have 10 permanents. We will have the City's Blessing. Do we swing out here? I think they'll smell it coming, right? But we're at a nice enough life total where I don't think it's a huge deal. So let's do it. If they're able to use these two to kill one of our things, we would presumably, we would do this in response. But if they do it in response, we're kind of screwed. All right, so blockers has been declared. Let's play Pride of the Conquerors for 2. We do have the City's Blessing, so everybody gets pumped +2/+2. So we don't kill their O5, but everything else dies, and all of our guys live. Unless they have something they can do. They don't. This is ugly. Okay. It actually shows up if you zoom in, but okay. So that happens. And then they're paying 2 to do something. Buccaneers Bravado gives this +1/+1 in first strike. Okay. They killed our flyer. We don't gain any life, but well, actually, we're gaining 3 here, but still. And we get to kill their 3/3. That seems good to me. Unfortunately, well, I guess they're going to start attacking in the air, which is fine. If they don't play another blocker, we're going to be able to get in for 1 a bunch and gain some life. It's not amazing, but it's fine. What am I doing? Just pass. I got nothing in my hand. Okay. Sure. Okay, so they play the Swaggering Corsair with a raid trigger. It untaps this guy. And they have a 3/3. They'll ping us again and then play a Hunter, which untaps it. Sure. Not a land this time. Good. Very good. Martyr of Dusk. Okay. So they have an 0/5, a 3/3, and a 2/2, which means that attacking with this 3/3 and this 1/1, not as good anymore. And even just attacking with this 3/3, not good, because they just block with the 0/5 and it's not a big deal. So we will pass, hoping for some bigger and better stuff. Sure. Just attacking with the flyer, I assume? No? Okay. Well, I guess we can block here and here, and if they have a trick, that's all we can do. We'll get this vampire back, basically, with the Martyr. Sure. And we gain some life out of the deal, but lose some in the process. They only have 2 cards in hand, so there's only so many. Yeah, and it wasn't a pirate, so that's cool. Of course, it's a land. That sucks. But that's fine. We're going to take 1 off the ping at the end of our turn from the Lightning Rig crew. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. They have a really good attack with this Death Spitter. That sucks. I think we're taking 6 and going to 13. Yep. Yep. Okay. And they play nothing. Well, they only have 1 card in hand. We drew another land. That's helpful when we're looking for answers, is drawing lands. But again, it's kind of my brand, right? All right. We're taking another 6. Well, again, getting pinged. So we're halfway there to being dead. Let's see what they've got. Attacks for 6. Sure. We'll save these 2 in case something comes up that's relevant. Do they play anything? They don't. Nice. Nice. Okay, well, we can technically live this turn, I believe. We get pinged and go down to 5. No attacks. We get pinged and go down to 5. Then we get attacked for everything, I assume. They are at 9, so maybe they don't attack with everything, but let's see. No, just these two again. Obviously, we're going to have to block here, but I think we block with both. I guess if they can pump, we're kind of screwed, but that's what we're going to have to do to try to gain some life. Okay. Gain 1, take 5, go to 1? Does it work that way? I think it does. It sure does. We're at 1. And they kill us. Okay, well, that's fine. Okay, so going to sideboards, we can't take out any more land, despite the fact that every time we're looking for answers, we draw nothing but land. But look, I'm not lying to you. This number says 16. Right here, 16. Okay. They have a bunch of tricks, which we do not have. The only thing we have is the Mark and the Squire's Devotion. Now, the last time I said, oh, well, you know, we can just draw better, and then we drew infinitely worse. But I think that's what we're going to have to do, right? I mean, the Plunderer gives us treasure to cast the nothing that we were drawing, right? We just drew more land, so I don't think we need treasure here. But Mark of the Vampire and Squire's Devotion might be good. I think my issue is I don't know what to take out for it because nothing that we played was bad against them. It's just that we didn't play a lot against them. So let's just send it back, see what we can do. We got to try. Okay. I would love to play first. Sure. It's a keep. This guy draws us a card. This guy's here. That's fine. I'll keep this 7. It's 4 mana, but we might not draw more. They're at 6, and they stay at 6. Okay. Well, no reason to play the white first, because there's no creatures for Moment of Triumph. So... okay. On my turn, we draw. A Queen's Agent. I think it's Zealot first here, so we can draw the card, see what we've got to work with. It's not anything we're going to be able to play, so it doesn't matter. We can just pass. They play a Dinosaur Hunter. That's fine. Exultant Sky Marcher is a good play right now. Although we could also do Paladin, leave up Moment of Triumph. So maybe we do that. Yeah, I think that's a fine play. And we'll pass. No attacks here. Let's see them be the aggressive one. Or let's let them be the aggressive one, I should say. Frilled Death Spitter. That's a thing. They did not attack. Sweet. All right. Land means we can play Sky Marcher and Heartstopper, but then we don't have black activation or white activation. We could also play Paladin. Let's go Heartstopper. And we'll leave up both. And I guess we pass. I'm assuming the Death Spitter is coming in on our turn, which is cool. We can kill it with the Heartstopper, take 2 damage, and then the Paladin will get beefed up. They have a Vampire Revenant. That's fine. We'll have this Sky Marcher. Oh. Interesting. All right. It's a little bit of a stare down. That's weird, but fine. All right. Martyr of Dusk. Okay, so we can play the Sky Marcher, but we won't be able to leave up Moment of Triumph with the lands that we have, but we will be able to leave up the Death Touch on this guy. So, or we could play Martyr of Dusk and leave up both, but I don't think that's worth it. They're going to be attacking with a 3/1 flyer, so let's send in our flyer to respond to theirs. Maybe prevent it from attacking, but doubtful. And I'm not attacking either, so pass. No. All right. They have 3 cards in hand. They're playing something. All right. So they do Moment of Craving to kill our Paladin. We can... Oh, we can't save it. We don't have Moment of Triumph anymore. Okay. That's fine. We gain a life. Lovely. Then they go to combat so that they can attack us. Sure. I mean, that's what he was for anyway, right? So let's just give him Death Touch now since the attackers have already been declared. And let's see if they respond. They do not. Sure. Blocks. I'll take 2. Okay. They play a Swaggering Corsair. It is a 3/3, but they have 1 card left in their hand, whereas we have a whole grip here, plus whatever we draw. A land. Totally fine this time. Okay, so if we do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, no? 4 for a Paladin of the Bloodstained. And then we attack with our flyer? I don't think that makes as much sense, but maybe it does. Let's see what they do. If they block, we have Moment of Triumph. If they don't, then we're going to take 3 on the crackback. Okay, fine. 1 more land and we have Queen's Agent, which is cool. They know we have this card, so they may have read that we are going to play it. They're attacking us for 3 in the air and 3 on the ground. Interesting. Sure. I'll block. They might have something as well, but I'm going to declare blocks. They're going to respond with giving it +1/+1 and double strike. So they'll trade if I Moment of Triumph, which I think is still worth it here. The first strike damage kills. Yeah, the first strike damage kills even with Moment of Triumph, so I don't do it. I just let the Paladin die. That's fine. At least I didn't waste the Moment of Triumph. Okay, good. And plains, if it's a land. If it's not a land, then that's fine too. It's an Anointed Deacon. Okay, so we could... let's do Martyr of Dusk. Leave up Moment of Triumph again. Let's attack with my 2 1/1s here, because we got to start getting in there. They have the Soul Read on the Moment of Triumph, which is fine, but then we got to make them make some decisions here. Sure. Again, if they've got a trick, they've got a trick, but I'm okay with doing this. I'll gain 5 life this turn, unless they kill it now. Okay. Another Buccaneer's Bravado. Sure. So it dies to first strike damage and we get nothing. Okay. But they take 1, which is just lovely. All right. And now we don't have Moment of Triumph as backup for our Sky Marcher anymore. They're attacking with a 3/3 and a 3/1. They drew one card. Let's see what they have. I'll block both. They have nothing. Good. They played a land. That's good to know. All right, so there's Squire's Devotion, but I'd rather put it on one of these guys. So let's play an Anointed Deacon and use it on the Dusk Legion Zealot. This turn, at least. Because if they want to trade their Dinosaur Hunter for the Zealot, I'm more than happy to have that happen. Let's say always yield and always yes on the off chance that it lives. Fine. Skip through the attack is totally cool, right? God damn it. That's frustrating. All right. What are they going to do? They are going to attack for 3. I'm going to block and gain the life and go to 17. I'm really hoping for a land because this Queen's Agent's going to be really good for us. They drew another Dinosaur Hunter. Sure. And we get a Queen's Commission. Not the worst. Now we have more 1/1s with lifelink. All right, so let's go to combat first. This time I won't. I almost did it. You guys saw that. I almost skipped through it again. This time I'll actually attack instead of clicking right through it. Sure. All right, 1, 2, and 3. Let's play a Queen's Commission. Get 2 vampires and end my turn. They attacking with 1 or both? Just the 1. Okay. Do I block here? I don't think I care as much, do I? I could make the Anointed Deacon a 4/4 with lifelink and make another vampire token. So yeah, I think I'm going to take it this time. Let's go to 14. They drew 1 card and it was a Fathom Fleet Border. They have the pirates, so it's a 3/3. That's fine. Even if we put the Squire's Devotion on the Deacon, they will have to double block to kill him. We will only be able to choose one thing to die, but still. Oh, actually, if we put the Deacon's ability on itself, we can kill both. But we could also play a Queen's Agent, which I think is better here. And just really hope we don't explore a land. Please. Damn it. Ugh. Lovely. All right. Anointed Deacon is going to use the ability on one of my lifelinkers. And I'm going to attack. Because I can. If they block with the Dinosaur Hunter, that's totally fine. And if they don't, that's also fine. Sure, I'll gain 3. Go back up to 17. I'm going to let this Corsair in. I think I'm going to Squire's Devotion on the Deacon. I guess it depends on what we draw. Double strike as long as you have the City's Blessing. They don't. That's only their 9th permanent. But they're top decking, so it's not terrible. Do they attack with neither of them? Interesting. We draw. Hopefully not a land, although I said that about the Explorer and was wrong. So let's see. Nope, of course. Of course. That's fine. So what we're going to do is... So the cool thing is if we put the Deacon's ability on the Vampire token, then we're attacking with 4 power, 3 power, and 3 power. And they're top decking. and they don't know what the third card is in our hand, and we get another vampire token by doing this. So yeah, I think this is the better plan. Let's go to combat. Put the Deacon's ability on this vampire token. And go wide. Or skip... Oh my god. Great. They got the city's blessing by playing a land, and now they're going to attack. They're not going to attack. Okay. Relevant draw? Actual relevant draw? Fix my mistakes? Maybe? Possibly? Help me here a little bit? Maybe? Walk the plank. Yes. Okay, so which one do we get rid of, though? Maybe we wait until after attacks to see what's left? They are top decking. Either one of these? I mean, this guy has double strike, right? So that sucks. So maybe we just get rid of the double striker. Sure. And then we can... Let's use the Deacon ability on himself and attack with just the Deacon. That's what's messing me up, is that I guess because I clicked through, I'm just so instinctually wanting to say okay. Yeah, we're going to gain some major life here. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. I like it. Okay, they drew one card. We're both in top deck mode, but on board, I think I have a better presence than they do, personally. We draw after we wait for them to go through our upkeep. We draw a Paladin. That's cool. Let's wait till after combat for that. Let's use the Deacon's ability on himself and then attack. Again. Sure. They might have a trick because they're doing it now, whereas they didn't do it last turn. Blocking order does not matter to me that much. They have a Moment of Craving. Okay. So I can kill one of them. It's still the 3/3, and I gain 4 life. Sure. Okay. And then Paladin happens, and we pass. Okay. And they have nothing. Cool. They let us draw, and it's a Plains. Let's start attacking with this Paladin, because when this 3/3 dies, we can start getting in with our lifelinker, which is cool. We're already at a good enough life total right now, where I'm not too worried about it yet, but sure. I have no effects. Let's see if they do. They sure do. Skullduggery. Kill one of our 1/1s. Okay. They'll run out of them eventually. They play. Ooh, a Needletooth Raptor. Nice. Pride of Conquerors. Well, at least we have the city's blessing almost off lands alone. So let's attack all out, I think, here. They have no cards in hand. We'll take 5 from this guy, but I don't care because we're going to gain that much more back. So let's attack. See what they do. They're just going to leave it back. All right, I'll use it. I'll gain 1,000,000 life. They keep their 3/3. And we take 5, but we're at 38 now? Jesus. Oh, it's to target creature. Okay, that's fine too. I didn't realize it was to either. That's interesting. That's Buccaneers Bravado. All right, well, that's fine. Totally fine. A lot of stuff in their graveyard. Oh, it was creature. I thought it was player. Ah, that's cool. Nice top deck. Jesus. To be fair, they've been waiting for it for a while. I'm not going to chastise them for that. That's a great draw. Yep. We take it. No blocks. I have no untapped blockers. Nor anything to untap them with. I draw my card eventually. And we get... Yep. This was the moment where we needed something. And now they're going to get whatever it is. Right? Because they're going to be able to exile our top card and their top card and play it. Sure, go to combat. Sure, it attacks. The ability happens, and they get a plains and a swamp. Sweet. No casting for you. I'll block and gain a life instead of taking 6. Which is probably wrong since I'm at 35, but still. Maybe I won't draw a land since that was 2 lands in a row. Nope, 3 lands in a row. That's 12 out of 16. I have 14 cards left in my library. So only 4 of those. We have 10 non-land and 4 land. Okay. No attacks. To be fair, also no blocks. Sure. Swamp and a lightning rig crew, which also means that that is 4 land in a row out of a 16 land deck. Ah, a non-land. Jesus. All right. So we cannot use this to good effect. I mean, I guess we could attack. And if they block, then we're good. Either way, we're going to play this cutthroat, so we might as well. They might take it, but they are at 7, so they might not. Cool. Good for me. At least I can kill something. All right, we did it. Now they can't ping away at us, at least. So that's something. Attack for 1 million. Oh, only 6. Plains and a mountain. So there's another land. No blocks. Well, they really don't want me to trade here, huh? We're both top decking, I guess, because I'm at 22 and they're at 7. Maybe they just... Oh my god. All right, so is that all of them? No, I think there's 1 land still left in my deck. Just the 1. No attacks from me. Anointed Deacon. Now they can play my Anointed Deacon for free. They don't have any vampires, at least not yet. Do I trade here? I guess I have to, right? I'm at 22. Ugh, my clock is so low. There's no way I win anyway. But fine, we block. Sure. Do they have a trick? They have like 75 million tricks in their deck. Yep, that's all their deck has been, is tricks. Done, skullduggery. Okay. Vampire Revenant. Sure. It's a great blocker, right? It's not. It's a terrible blocker. They have very easily won this game. Sure. 12. We go to 4. We might as well concede, but I guess I'll let you guys see what cool stuff they can do. Give it to themselves. Oh, no, that's it. That's it. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry. I'm at 2. Vampire Revenant and a Brazen Freebooter, so they can play them both. There you go. I also have 7 cards left in my library. I'm at 2, and I draw. Please let it be the last land. Okay, because that would have been really funny. All right, well, you guys saw everything. Fine. We'll let them see what they get with the Italy for the last time. It's fun. Italy is a great card. Yeah, put it on. Definitely put it on the flyer. Absolutely put it on the flyer. I was gonna say, please. All right, so they get my Bishop of the Bloodstain, so they can just kill me. That's hilarious. That's a great way to win. I'm glad I didn't concede. That's funny. All right, guys, we will be back with round 3 in just a second. Okay, well, new format, same result, basically. This is a bad opening hand, too. We're going to keep it anyway. We've seen how this deck mulligans, aka you have all seen how Joe mulligans, which is poorly. They have a 1-drop. Okay, so they showed us their Brazen Buccaneers, which is just the 4-mana 2/2 guy, and they have a 2/2 for 1, which is great. We can walk the planket next turn, and Luminous Bonds the other guy, the Buccaneers, but still, we'll see how that goes. For 2 mana, they have nothing yet. They have 2 damage to our face, and then nothing. We draw a Paladin of the Bloodstained. Looks like walk the plank is happening because it's our only option. Okay, sure. The Buccaneers comes out on 4. Let's see what they have on 3. They have a 3rd color, or a 2nd color, excuse me, a 3rd land. With a Frilled Death Spitter, that is probably better to put bonds on, to be honest. Okay, that's good. If they have like enrage enablers like Ryle and stuff like that, then it becomes a problem. But otherwise, this is a really good play. Okay. Just ditching our removal very quickly. But to be fair, with Queen's Commission combined with Moment of Triumph will be a nice counter to their Buccaneers, which they're going to play right now. Even if it gets the counter for exploring, which it does because they have a Fire Shrine Keeper, which is the 1-mana menace guy that they can tap 8 and do funny things with. Sure. I take 3. All right. We draw a land. Okay, so we can play. See, if it was a Plains, we could have done Queen's Commission, leave up Moment of Triumph. Now we have to do just Paladin. Paladin's not bad. It can block the Buccaneers pretty well. So let's just do that. All right. Fire Shrine Keeper comes out. We knew they had it already. That's fine. 3 cards left in hand and 3 mana. They can attack. I will trade. They could also take some time to decide. That's fine too. If we draw another land, we have Anointed Deacon, which is cool. Okay. 1 with the wind. Now it's a 5/5 flyer. Well, that's a thing. Sure. No blocks from me, obviously. What am I going to block with? I'm at 10. That is a 2-turn clock to find an answer for that guy. That is not it. Although, relevantly, it does give us lifelink. which is a good thing. So, if we Squire's Devotion on... it's actually tough. On the Paladin. It'll gain us more life that way. Even if they block with their 1/1, which I don't think they do here, but still. Next turn we can Voracious Vampire and start gaining some life that way as well. I think we're okay. We're not great, but we're okay. We could also Anointed Deacon on this guy. That'd be pretty sweet. Okay. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's pretty helpful. Gaining some life to mitigate this 5 life loss every turn is good. If they can pump that guy somehow, it's more of a problem, but 5 mana gets them the... Oh my god. Okay, so we would have been dead if we didn't do that. I don't think we block here, right? Wow, that's scary. Jesus. Charging Monstrosaur. Okay. Seems good. Arterial Flow, on the other hand, not as good. Although we can play it, make them discard the last card in their hand, and leave up Moment of Triumph, which is still not enough. Ugh. Awkward. We could also Voracious Vampire on this guy. Attack. I didn't see that they attacked with this guy. We could have double blocked. All right. But yeah, we can Voracious Vampire, beef up him. I think that's what we'll do. Voracious Vampire. Use its ability to buff the Paladin. Okay. Then we'll leave up Moment of Triumph for the blocks against the Charging Monstrosaur. But for now, we will attack for 5 and gain 5. Okay. They have 1 card left in hand, like we said. They're at 11, we're at 8. This game is not over yet, folks. Putting the Moment of Triumph on one of the vampires is great. We'll gain 2 life, plus then 3 more from the vampire, plus another one here is 4. So that's, what, 6 life gained, 5 lost? At least with what's on board. Because I will block with the 3 of these on the Monstrosaur. Actually, I won't have to. I'll leave one of them back. I won't gain as much life, but then if they have some kind of a combat trick, we don't get fully blown out. Although it will still have trample, so that's still an issue. But Mutiny. Which means that this guy is killing this guy. So I guess I Moment of Triumph him now, but then it's on him. But that oh, that won't even save him. Do I gain life off of this? I think I do. Yeah, I totally do. Okay. Well. Okay, so yeah, they definitely have the City's Blessing. So it has hexproof and can't be blocked. That sucks. But it does not have haste, and they have 0 cards in hand. So, question is, do we still block the Monstrosaur with both? I think it's just got to be 1, right? Okay. Because if we do that, what did I say? We gain 2 and then another 3, so we gain 5, take 5. Yeah. Oh no, we gain 5, take 7. So that's fine. Arterial Flow does nothing now. I mean, sure, it drains them for 2. But, or we could let it all through. We go to 2, which means this thing kills us. We gain life here. Sure, we have to block. we will block with one of our vampires, say okay, and then use Moment of Triumph on it for a white. Sure. So we go to 10, I think. Yes. What do we get? What do we draw? A land. All right, a little short on white this game, but the question is... Not even a question. I think we deacon here, because if they block, they're blocking here, which is not enough to kill. Oh, it is enough to kill. But we'll still gain the life. And then we'll have the deacon and the lifelinker to block with. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. And then we'll have Queen's Commission as backup. If they hold up a card, we have Arterial Flow to get rid of it. All right, let's try this. Again, conservatively believing that this will live, we're going to pass through its effects so that we can do what we've got to do here. And we attack for 6. They can double block. It is an option. Okay, and they do. Just in case there are shenanigans, let's do that first. Okay, they have no cards in hand, so there cannot be shenanigans, but that is fine. All right, so we're at 16. They are still attacking us for 10 a turn, but I actually think we can forego blocking this round. They have one card that they just drew. I think we can forego blocks. I don't know of a single card that pumps +6. So I'm okay with no blocks here. Did I miss what they played? No, it was a land. Okay. A flyer. That's not nothing, but it's not amazing. It's a chump blocker for their 5/5. And we can only choose one of these 3 cards to play. The spoilers, I don't think anything's attacking this round because we're at 6. But we can chump here, take 5, go to 1. That doesn't seem good. Take 4, but gain 1, so take 3. Yeah, I think that's what... Oh, we actually don't have double white, so it's actually got to be Queen's Commission. No Exultant Sky Marcher for me. I would have figured it out eventually. All right, so we can kill the Charging Monstrosaur and go to 1. It doesn't... This time it doesn't... Oh... No, I can attack. Because we have 3, 4, 5. If they have a removal spell that they draw, then good for them. They got lucky, but we can gain 3 life as well. Sure. I'm happy with that. We can gain 2 life off blocks also. That's something. Right? It's not perfect. It's not a perfect system by any means, but it's not nothing. Yep. Let's do it. Like I said, we'll see what they drew at some point, but I'm going to block, block, block. Sure, if they can kill our Anointed Deacon, they're in a pretty good position. They don't kill us by any means, but they would bring us to 1 if they could get rid of this Deacon before blocks. But instead, we're at 6. This game is not over. I've said it before. Oh man, we'd go to 1. We can also make them discard that card. And we have a vampire, so we don't go to 1. 2, 3. Oh no, that's silly. Hold on. Undo that. Do that. for Arterial Flow. You discard 2 cards. You only have 1, and it is... an island. Interesting. All right, they held up a land. Good for them. They had played one earlier, so I didn't think it would be a land, but I guess, to be fair, they're not blocking, so... I guess we're not blocking either. So we might as well attack and gain a life while we're at it. It's not like this guy's going to come out of the sky for some reason, so we might as well. We still have this guy back with Death Touch for a hasty creature of some kind. If it's another charging Monstrosaur, we're kind of screwed, but we do what we can. They are at 5. So eventually they could die. If we draw planes, we at least have a chump blocker for a turn, which is cool. They have 1 card in hand. And it is the Swaggering Corsair. It is a 3/3. That's our Skittering Heartstopper target, I guess. Does not have trample. We drew another swamp. Okay, so we can't attack anymore, at least not this turn. We're just dead. We're just dead. Damn it. So if they attack with both, yeah, I mean, we're going to make them do it, but if they attack with both, we can stop the Corsair, but we're going to still take 5 flying. We did not have our second planes at all. Let's see if they do it or if they are afraid. I don't think they're afraid, but they are at 5. Sure. All right. So they win. We go to game 2. Let's see what we can do. We can't get rid of enchantments. We can't blink stuff. But they weren't really doing that either. So do we just put in our Squire's Devotion and our Mark of the Vampire and just gain life forever? They weren't really able to do much against life gain. But if we do, what do we take out? Or we just put in our other Squire's Devotion and don't take out anything? Fine, we're going to try that. Whatever. I'm curious what your guys' opinions are. You could say that, you know, I'm kind of upset because I haven't won a game, I don't think, with this deck, even though I think it's okay. But I also think that that draft was surprisingly bad. And I don't necessarily mean my picks, although if you believe that that is true, please tell me. That's what the comment section is for, obviously. But I don't know. I'm a little upset we had no huge bombs. Like, Bishop of the Bloodstained is cool, right? But there's not a single card in this deck where you, like, slam it down on the table. Obviously, there's no table, but you play it and it's, like, super scary. There are a lot of cards that are like that. This hand is not amazing, but we're keeping it. There are a lot of cards that are like that in Rivals of Ixalan, and I'm surprised that we did not get a single one out of 2 packs. I feel like it was surprisingly underpowered, whereas from what I've seen so far, wow, they mulliganed to 5? Jesus. But from what I've seen so far, I'm surprised that it was that, I don't know, like, uninteresting of a draft. It kind of sucks. I'm hoping that next week when we come back that I will have done something better, because my God, this was kind of a bust, right? Like, it kind of sucked. You guys, again, like I said, please let me know your thoughts. For now, we're going to be taking some damage from a Fire Shrine Keeper, which is annoying. But we can't even play anything next turn unless we draw something. Great. It's a 3/3 menace with haste. Man, I wish we had a way to make them pay for that. I mean, technically, there we go. I was just going to say, technically, if we get a second black, we can make this guy walk the plank, but... So there you go. That's a 2-for-1, but we're also super behind, but they mulligan to 5, so we just took them off 2 of their non-lands. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, cool. So we can Revenant this turn, and then Anointed Deacon the next turn to make the Revenant nice and big. And then Squire's Devotion on the Revenant to make it even bigger and scarier. That seems cool. Okay. That's good. We got a Voracious Vampire too. We only have 5. So, yeah, let's Anointed Deacon this turn. Next turn, if we draw another land, we can do both. Squire's Devotion and Voracious Vampire all on the flyer, which is great. Our opponent seems to like, you know, putting enchant creatures or auras or whatever you want to call them on their creatures and trying to assemble Voltron, so we might as well just do the same. Always yes, always yield. Okay. Attack. And pass the turn. We do have 1 toughness and they are part red, so yeah. All right, this is their turn. They've got nothing. Land? Not a land, but another Revenant. Let's start running away with this one. Why not? Okay. Go to combat. Still beef up the Revenant. But I'm going to attack with both. Because why not? 9 damage. They go to 6. Unless they have something. Nope. Okay. And then we've been in this position once today. The position our opponent is in. Of draw go. Oh, they got a blue. That's something. If they play a blocker, we just have Voracious Vampire and we kill them. Yep. A single blocker. Like I said. Cool. All right. 1, 2, 3. To play the Voracious Vampire. Targets this. So does the Anointed Deacon. Let's see if they concede. They do. All right, let's ship it back. Do it again. Because that was not a good opening hand. At least originally it didn't look that way. Although our opponent mulliganed to 5, so that's a thing. But yeah, let's just send it back and see what we can do. Vampire Revenant is so good. Like, it's a common, but it's so good. The 1 toughness sucks, right? The 1 toughness sucks big time. But with all the things that our deck is doing with, like, the Squire's Devotions and things like that, we have 1 black mana in this hand. Guess we have to mulligan now. Sure, I'll keep this crappy hand. Oh, God. Oh, they mulligan to 6 as well. Arterial Flow. I can put that on the top. If we draw a vampire, which we have plenty of in the next 3 turns, we can make them discard 2 cards, which is going to be a tough decision for them. So let's play a swamp and pass. Like I said, we're going to be taking some damage from this guy. Let's see if they do the same thing they did last time and double up on him with cards. They do not. Okay. We take 1. Is that their only land? It sure is. Okay. Ooh, Queen's Agent. Not as good. All right. Well, we have both of our colors. That's something. Let's pass. I might even play this without a vampire to make them discard 2 cards and make difficult decisions about what's in their hand and make them further on the back foot if possible. Depends on what we draw here. It's another land, so yeah, we might as well. It's literally the only thing we can do besides putting Luminous Bonds on this, which feels bad. So let's Arterial Flow for no vampire value, but still. They discard. Yeah, like I said, it's I'm making them make difficult decisions because they're off their land. So now, I mean, we just did this before, right? Where you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm just never going to get to my high drops. Yeah, they just got rid of a Spirewinder and a Repeating Barrage. Those are great cards. We're going to take another one. And we're just at like 17 in this deck that wants to gain 1,000,000 life all the time. What do we get? A Revenant on 4. Look at that. Make it look like that's what's been in our hand the whole time. Okay. I'm very okay with that. If we draw a Deacon, I feel cool too, although Squire's Devotion is fine on this, as we saw. If they have like another Spirewinder or something, we can put a Bonds on it to make sure our Revenant keeps getting in. No blocks from me, man. It's got Menace, first of all, but second of all, why? Siren Reaver. Okay, so it's a 3/2 with flying. So we play a land, and then we put Luminous Bonds on the Reaver, and have that be the end of it. And then we attack for 3. Because they got rid of one of their flying blockers by discarding it. All right. That's the turn. Next turn, we can see what other shenanigans we can do with Squire's Devotion. Or if we draw a land, Queen's Agent. But I guess if it's a Plains, we could do both of these. So we might just do that instead. They play Swaggering Corsair, 3/3. Plains? Please? Nope, Swamp. Well, that's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We already played the land this turn, so if this is a land, I'm going to be upset. I'd rather it not be a land. It is a Vampire Revenant, which is going to stay on top of our library. That Swaggering Corsair can no longer attack, and we're good. We can still take 1 a turn from this guy, though. That is still a thing that can happen. All right. Let's see. Frilled Deathspitter is a card. I mean, if we're gaining life off of the Queen's Agent, then it's not a huge fear for us, but Martyr of Dusk is actually really good against the Deathspitter. So, but we know we're not drawing a Plains this turn because we've got another Revenant coming out. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the other Revenant that they know we have. And then post-combat, we can Martyr of Dusk. But for now, let's just attack in the air for 3. Take them to 11. No blocks from them. And then second main, we play our Martyr of Dusk. Okay. Squire's Devotion's real good. Kite Sail Corsair. Flying as long as it's attacking, which I'm not as concerned about. This blocks here all day. This blocks here all day. And then this guy can just keep coming in because I don't care. They have 1 mana and 3 cards in hand and 3 mana total on their turns. Huh. Okay. I'll block here this way. Again, if they've got a trick, I'd rather they use it on the Martyr than on this guy. Sure. Love it. I go to 12. Guess it's time for me to start gaining some life. What do you guys think? Or for my opponent to start losing some life. But I think Squire's Devotion comes first. On this one. Sure. Really? What is happening? Oh, I need a white. Silly me. Cancel. Stop that. 1, 2, 3. I'm just so used to mono black spells. All right. Squire's Devotion. Very good. Then we attack. And we attack with our 4/2 Flying Lifelink. Sweet. Nice big swing. Now I don't care about this guy or this guy attacking because I'm gaining 4 life a turn. We can kill them next turn with Bishop and like an all-out attack. They reveal an island, so no +1/+1 counter. Very good. So yeah, we win with this Bishop. If we draw another vampire that can be played for low, then we can do that as well as this. But I'm not as optimistic about that because we would need a 1-drop. Oh, okay. They conceded. Well, listen, guys, there are no prizes here because I lost the first 2 matches. So, like I said, please let me know what you guys thought of my draft and of my play in the comments below. I know there were a couple of misclicks through combat there. You can talk to me about those. They were dumb. I get it. But more importantly, let me know what you thought of the draft itself. Did the cards seem like, did the packs seem underpowered to you, or was I just drafting incorrectly? Was there a deck that just kept whizzing by, like the vampire deck, right? There were Forerunner, the Heralds, and that guy that is a 2/2 that comes down and makes a 1/1 with hexproof as well. Was that an indication that I should have been in green-blue? Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. I always appreciate the feedback. This is Geek for All. I've been Joe. Please feel free to check out the rest of the stuff on our channel. I do these drafts every Saturday. You can come out and watch me do poorly. That's always fun. But we also have story reviews with my fiance Amy and I, Magic story reviews that come out every Thursday. And I do paper Magic openings every Monday as well. You can click our logo that's on the screen right now to subscribe and find out when all of those videos come out. That helps us out a lot as well. Thank you guys so much. Hope that you enjoyed. And as we always say, in whichever video of ours you watch next, we will see you all next time. Thanks, everybody.